you record your
Wait, let's start over again. All right, so I've been playing the Division, and I got a
uh-huh.
phone call from a phone number that I've never seen in my phone before. And usually I don't pick up the phone ever, but New Year, new me, and I picked up the phone and it was
Yes.
Milky. Yeah, and then and then I said Milky, and then I got no answer.
I thought
and
you
I
were a voicemail prank
and
again.
she thought I was a voicemail prank and started telling me about all this stuff, and I didn't know what was going on and who I was talking to. I'm like, who am I talking to right now? What is going on? Anyway, she peeled me away from the Division, so we're here.
I'm sorry. The gamer in me cringes, but
And
that.
the first thing she did was show me her T-shirt. So show everyone your T-shirt, please.
Yeah.
See, geeks are the coolest people in the world, right? Correct.
Well, because my server is down. Well, technically, Assassin's Creed doesn't have like an MMO server, but that's okay.
I,
I'm addicted right now.
I'm such a
I got
Skype
this
noob.
Final
I just had
Fantasy.
two of you on my screen. Like I had a little U on the top left, and I have a big U on the left.
Like a chibi me, and then like
All right, guys. So Milky's been helping me out with like buying gear, and she's really comfortable with streaming live, which is something that I mean, I'm not even comfortable with being in front of a camera, let alone doing something live. So she's helped me buy this microphone, and
we have the same mic. I
and I've
can't
got
believe
and I've got a video camera going on, and I fucking hate looking at it. So I know she looks at hers all the time. She's like, "Say hello to the people," but
Justin, spike the lens.
yeah, maybe one day soon. But I've got heaps of questions. So
Yes.
this is all really ad lib. Nothing's planned. I have no piece of paper written down with everything on it. Um, but I think if I just tell you what I've been spending my time on researching, I think you could
Yes.
help me out because my brain is kind of like, I don't know if I'm on any kind of track, and at the moment I'm really confused. So let's start with one thing when I open a new window, whether it's eBay or YouTube or something, I start freaking out about the two different types of microphones. You got me a USB microphone, and every other microphone I've got uses a completely different audio cable.
Mm.
So I'm confused. I know uh, I want to get both of them working together. I don't know if it's possible. Um,
You just need the adapter.
yeah.
Yeah. So, um, what you call it? Just like how I have a karaoke mic, and technically, if you have the right adapter bit, I can plug it into my DJ mixer, my Rane TTM 56S. Right? I can put it, and I can actually use it with my mixer. Right? And that's how I record my drops. Whereas with your PC or your Mac, whatever, instead, like, we have our Rode mics or our podcasters, which are USB, but for every other mic that you have that
Isn't USB.
that isn't USB, all you need is the right adapter.
Yeah, I think it's getting to a stage where I almost figured out whether I have to run all non-USB mics, which is a lot easier, I think,
Mm.
and I think it's
And just put
more
them in like a little,
in an
yeah,
interface that I've got rather than
yeah,
multiple USB mics. And the only reason why I was thinking multiple USB is because the sound coming out of this mic is so much more refined and
yes,
perfect straight out of the box than
same,
the same but more expensive branded condenser mic, which
yeah,
is like it legit picks up birds from three houses down.
yeah.
Like
Like
this has
you can
made
turn
my
that
life
down.
easy. Yeah,
You can
but it's
turn
like
that
I don't
down, but
have to
it's
do
like
anything with this thing. Like this
with the
USB
podcaster,
thing
yeah,
was like my voice sounds bassy and it's got treble
yeah.
and bass and mid. Whereas if I
Mm.
record my voice with the other thing, not only do I have in the background, I have birds and construction noises, buses, cars,
Yeah,
aeroplanes, and my voice is not bassy, so I would have to add bass to it, and it's
yeah,
really trebly, like really crystal clear.
yeah.
And
I guess that's why I like the podcaster because as it suggests, it's for podcasts, it's for that professional or ready out of the box sound. You don't have to worry about the post production of it all. Whereas the other, even though they're more expensive and everything, they give you to the point of like it's almost over clarity, like too much clarity, because that enables the sound engineers and the techs to
Exactly. So
actually
it's
work with
almost
it.
too
Like,
professional, right? It's almost like
yeah,
it's
let's take it down a notch and
yeah.
then just use like what's needed. Yeah.
Yeah, so I get that because, like, at the same time, when I've been looking for other microphones, I've found a billion YouTube videos on this same setup that you got me, like a boom arm with a shock mount, with a microphone, all for $50 or all for $30 on Amazon or whatever. And those guys doing legit proper reviews of them have all just said, throw the microphone away. Like, for $30, you get a pretty decent stand and a shot, but not all microphones are made equal. So I get that.
Yeah.
Like, I get that with a microphone like that, you would have a shitload of background noise and you'd have to really edit your audio track in order to make it sound like something that comes out of this straight out of the bat.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So I'm cool about that, but I think like I've spent like maybe the last week and a half looking at gear, and luckily I didn't buy anything, I think.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, I'm realizing that if I had bought all this shit, that I might not even be using it
You're
anyway.
like a little bit of an online shopaholic, not gonna lie.
A bit
Like,
obsessive
I
compulsive
feel
too, I
that. Like,
think.
oh, AliExpress, it's only $2.
That's
Okay.
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Retail therapy. But
That's it.
okay. So once I've gotten over, like I just about have gotten over looking at gear.
Yeah.
I saw so many videos that suggested how to record voice, but again, this podcaster is so good that I haven't needed to create a little studio in a closet or anything like that. Like legit,
Oh
I've just
yeah.
done everything in the lounge room, recorded straight into this thing, and wow, I don't need to buy any of that foam for the room or rubbish like that. So that's great. The next thing that I moved on to was the topic of podcasts versus vlogging.
Yes.
And then because you're you, we introduce more to that. So there's vlogging, there's podcasting, there's
Streaming.
streaming.
But then
And
but you can do live podcasts, which is streaming. You're streaming the live broadcast. So,
yeah, I know, I get that. So it's like I get that.
or like the gaming element of streaming, you mean?
I suppose my questions are more like, correct me if I'm wrong, but my thinking is that podcasts, like it's nice to be on Apple because I like the brand. Something about podcasts on iTunes sounds really nice, but nice isn't great if no one's checking it out.
Yeah.
So my thinking, and yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but my thinking is that podcasting was once so fucking cool and it was like a real buzzword and everyone just started podcasting and it was really cool and everyone
Yeah.
got the right equipment to do it, and the people who's had like the P's that didn't pop and the B's and didn't and people that had nice bassy voices, they all sort of managed to get an audience early. And the concept of it was maybe you hooked people in by doing really long podcasts. I'm not talking like little
Yeah.
20-minute, 10-minute podcasts. I'm talking about
We're
an
talking
hour, right?
yeah.
2 hours. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's my sort of thinking on podcasts after doing all this research on them. And
And they still
then,
exist.
yeah,
Like
no,
the
no, no, no.
Basic podcast is
No,
like
no, I
an
get
hour
that.
and a half.
I
The
get that.
average in the Achievement Hunter one is 2 hours.
Yeah, and I get that people like to people said to me, please make a podcast so that they can work on their cars or something while they're listening to me or whatever. I get
Yeah.
that. But then now this is where I'm confused.
Yeah.
My gut feeling is that look at your pants. My gut feeling is my gut
Look at this shit. Already. Your feeling is what?
so so
Yeah.
my feeling is that podcasting is no longer cool. It's no longer cool. It's no longer on trend. It's
Yeah, it's
dying. My feeling is that it's dying. I'm being a bit dramatic, but my feeling is that video has largely overtaken podcasting because
like the pure audio part of it.
yeah, because video is more like it would give more away of the person rather than just the voice, because
Yeah.
you can hide behind a voice. Like I said, I can read a script and sound like I'm speaking it, but
Yeah.
you can't really fake that in front of a video camera without a script, right? So I'm a little bit like, because video is harder,
Yeah.
it deserves better hits.
Yeah.
And so my
Also,
thinking is, and
you're making more of a connection because they can see your body language. They can see, it's like if you're well, even though we're not next to each other in person, I can vibe off what I'm seeing visually.
but we could do that
And
with
so
voices too.
it's
But
okay
people
for
like to
audience,
see. Yeah.
but yeah, people want to see the expressions that go along with the tone of voice and the affections. So yeah, affectations. Sorry,
Yeah.
that word.
But yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so my thing is, I can do podcasting all day long because my real legit thing is I don't have set hours. Like I can be up at 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
but I look like shit at 2 in the morning. You know what I mean? And half the
That's
time,
okay.
no, but this is the thing. Half the time I'm either drunk or stoned or half asleep or I've got crud in my eye or I haven't done my hair. You know, and it's
Yeah.
like
Is
that's
that
the
why we're clapping up
time.
today? Is that
Yeah,
why we're
and that's
clapping?
why it's going down. And that's why I should wear a hat. Wait up, I'll be back. Wait up. So,
Hey guys.
so that's why.
Okay.
So that's why. Look, it's a brand new hat with the packaging and everything.
Ooh, look at
Um,
that.
so like
It's
that's
the
why.
gold shirt.
All right. So that's why, right? I am primarily scared of video because I'm not like you, like put makeup on and get ready and I can do a
Well, I mean,
podcast. Like I need to
if
be
we're in the
like,
streets, I'm 100% makeup free.
I know, but I can't do that. I think I need to be like, okay, I'm gonna do a podcast and
But
prepare and get.
because this isn't my content, this is your content. I should like beat my face. You know, where I'm like bags.
But I can't. Like I see other people maybe can do that, but like even then, when I see other people doing it, I almost feel like they're acting like they're that. They're acting like they're getting out of bed or something, rather than actually getting out of bed. Whereas me, like
Oh, like
honest,
they secretly have a little bit of concealer on and
oh no,
shit.
I don't know, but it's that
No,
thing. It's
I'll
like,
zoom in. I'll zoom in. Y'all see this pimple right here, like it hurts. The pressurized one. Like,
but I think that's the thing. Like I think as comfortable as you are with video, I don't think I really want to get that comfortable with it. So I'm so
no,
want to do the
you will.
podcast thing, but I kind
Yeah.
of get. I think I need to hear your opinion on it, but I think I want to ask more people as well. I'm kind of thinking that podcasting will only get me so far. If I
Yeah.
wanted more reach, I'm gonna have to do video
Yes.
because then you can
100%.
save the video out as podcast as well.
People nowadays want to connect with the person behind the voice. It's all well and good to have a disembodied voice while you're working on your car, right? Or you're cooking or whatever. But to be able to visualize the person in your mind's eye and know that it's a real person and not just a disembodied voice, and to get to know their mannerisms when they talk about certain things and whatnot, that's that extra connection that you want with your audience, and that's going to get into the technicality, that's going to help with audience retention because they connect with you even more than just your voice.
Audience retention sounds like water retention.
Well, it's you're holding on, right? Water retention. I'm like,
I don't hear many guys say water retention, but it's definitely something I've heard a lot of girls say. Water retention.
no, hey, you
Audience,
haven't,
but I have not
you
heard of.
haven't heard.
I have not
Wait,
heard
you
of
haven't heard
audience
guys
retention. Audience
say water
retention.
retention?
Audience
Hey,
retention.
wait, hold up, Justin. If you haven't heard enough guys say water retention, you haven't hung out
At a
with
gym.
enough gym bros.
I haven't
Because it's like I can't see my cuts, my
because of my water retention.
because I'm.
Ah! Fuck.
Hmm.
That's so funny. I've been on Instagram a bit lately because I've been banned off Facebook, so now I'm on Instagram like a
This
motherfucker.
one, like, he's, like, hey, I'm gonna show the girl titty, bam.
It's not.